I became Yelp Elite in just 4 months. Let's get into it. Today, I'd like to share how I joined the Yelp Elite Squad and what my recommendations are on how you can join as well. I'd like to first explain what Yelp Elite is and what the platform does. Yelp reviews are very similar to Google reviews, where you're able to provide feedback for any type of service, such as a restaurant, a bar, really any type of business that has their platform on Yelp servers. So why should you write Yelp reviews? I think Yelp is a really cool platform because it allows everyone to have the power to give feedback. Whether that's feedback at a restaurant, you're able to comment on the services, on whether or not the experience was pleasant, and all of that information is very helpful for the business, as the business can take that feedback and then improve their services. So now that we covered what exactly Yelp is, what exactly is the Yelp Elite Squad? What does that mean? As part of the Elite Squad, you are invited to private events, oftentimes for newer venues, newer restaurants, where you're able to experience these places for the first time before they're open to the general public. Furthermore, restaurants and venues host private events where only Yelp Elite members are able to attend. So all in all, it's very similar to Yelp. It's just that you get invited to additional private events, and these events are usually free of charge. If they do charge you, it's at a subsidized amount as well. So now that we've gone over what exactly Yelp is and what you get out of the Yelp Elite Squad, here are my 4 tips for how you can go from a Yelp member who just opened up their account to becoming a Yelp Elite Squad member. Tip number 1, write quality reviews and lengthy reviews if possible. Why that's so important is because in order to become part of the Yelp Elite Squad, you need to show the team that you're passionate about supporting local businesses and about writing reviews and honest feedback on your experiences there. My recommendation is to write a minimum of at least 7 sentences per review, as the lengthier the review is, the more substance and the more feedback you're able to give. If possible, definitely include pictures. A picture is worth 1,000 words sometimes, and oftentimes words cannot do an establishment justice as to how good or bad it looks. In terms of the content of the reviews, I would write about everything in general. When it comes to a restaurant, write when you enter in the door. How are the staff greeting you? How is the ambiance? How is the vibe? When you order food, how is the food? How long does it take to come over? How expensive is the food? All of these are great areas where you're able to provide critical feedback. So tip number 2, reach out to your local Yelp ambassador. A Yelp ambassador is someone who is part of the Yelp Elite Squad. Their goal is to expand the Yelp community and to help recruit more Yelp Elite members. Every state, every city will likely have their own local ambassadors. By using Yelp's platform, you should be able to search for your local ambassadors, and I would highly encourage you to reach out to them, explaining that you're interested in joining the squad and that you're passionate about writing reviews. That's exactly what I did, and that really helped expedite the process to getting me to that elite status. Tip number 3, so this goes back to the reviews as well. It's very important that you write consistently. So what I mean by this is, for those who oftentimes eat out, write a review at any establishment you can and make that review a quality one. By the time I was eligible to become part of the Yelp Elite Squad, I had completed over 75 reviews of local establishments. I primarily went to restaurants, so that was really easy for me to write about. I was very consistent, writing a review at every restaurant that I attended within those 4 months. And step number 4, this is one of the most important ones. Just have fun with it. Writing reviews should be something that you're passionate about and something that you're excited to do. The reason why I was so excited to join the Yelp Elite Squad is I think it's a really cool platform for you to voice your opinion, and your opinion actually matters. Your reviews at restaurants and venues, they can impact the business itself. With any types of critiques or any types of encouragement, you're directly changing how the business operates, and that's so cool that your feedback is actually driving that. With that being said, if you're passionate about writing reviews and making an impact on your local community, consider downloading Yelp, writing a couple reviews, and seeing how that process is. If you've thoroughly enjoyed it, consider being a part of the Yelp Elite Squad and following the steps that I mentioned above. If you found this content helpful, consider subscribing, and we'll catch you on the next one.